I don't know if you all understand that skyline, that view, but I say we are back because we are here in Detroit. And when I tell you the last time I was here in Detroit, I felt like a kid at recess. Why? Because I was a kid at recess. You know, Walker Miller, the energy service, like just one of the most prominent, just one, you understand the fruit, like you see the fruit. And I got to experience that. It was a whole just shift. Like, when I tell you when I was at this conference and you all had the opportunity to be able to go visit, experience what I saw, and it might be even tenfold this time in October. But I'll share you a little bit about what I experienced last year to help lead me to get to this moment now. Well, I'm excited, I'm smiling, I'm happy, and to be honest with you, I think as I've done research and you find people who talk about like these quantum leaps where you're able to like jump the timeline where you're supposed to be. And when I was there, it was just something that was inside of me that was finally like reawakened. Like it was put to sleep for a while. Like you understand your purpose, however you find yourself, hate to say it, but doubting and playing small. You're not emulating the person that you saw and envisioned yourself becoming and being. And it was like you needed to go through this like death of the ego, death of whoever you were that was going to prevent you from being the person that you know you are supposed to be. And I had to accept that at the fall. I found myself, you know, still achieving the accolades of leadership. I was able to become the curator of Miami, you know, this organization that's funded and sponsored through the World Economic Forum. But at the same time, I just was not ready, or I wasn't able to do what I believe and what I know I was capable of and lead how I was able to lead. But amongst that, you know, seeing it as like the hero's journey, knowing it's like the fall, I was able to really put myself in a position of understanding one mission and the purpose of truly knowing what it's like to be a voice for the voiceless. And I had to really know what it was like to have my voice be voiceless. Scary, dark feeling. It felt like I was mute. You know, being in a classroom as a teacher, you experience so much where we see our societies shaping up, and a lot of us, it's kind of like you put your hands up, somewhat waving the white flag, but there's a shift that's happening, especially in education, where we have to speak, you have to talk. And being somebody who, you know, I'm passionate, I'm loving what it is that I'm able to do for the kids, you know, really seeing myself as I question, I'm like, man, if I was a student in this time period, what true resources and also teachers are there that are able to help me see what I can be, know who I can become, and support me with that. And it's a blessing. I have so much gratitude to be able to pour into these kids and believe in them where they might not receive it at home or might not have had another teacher or somebody inspire them. However, it was scary to know like my cup was empty, like I had nothing. And like a lot of stuff was just falling apart. I was in a relationship that fell apart. I'm like, man, I'm not a man no more. I don't know how to lead. I'm like, thankful to be a part of the Black Policy Institute, but I'm like, I'm not able to do what it is that I found myself passionate about and know my purpose was to be a part of it. You know, I put my word. I even met CEO Carla Walker herself, promising a podcast, and I'm pump faking and booty shaking. Where I'm like, I just didn't know, and I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to just talk about certain things of just surface level, because it's just not me. And like, it wasn't me, but I felt this like pulse where it woke me up, and I had to like rediscover myself. I had to learn me. I know what it's like to pour into everybody, but I'm like, man, what is it like to pour back into yourself and hold that within? And honestly, I believe that's what all of that was about. Truly accepting the journey, to know what it's like to be up, to be down, be able to immerse yourself with those who accepted what it's like to be down and afraid to get back up. And it was hard, man, because a lot of people are counting on you, but at the same time, I love that because a lot of people are counting on you. And having a voice to know what it's like to be able to be a listening ear for those who want to have their voices heard, their plights to be spreaded. I'm like, okay, I accept it. I know this is something that I stride for, and it's here. And I think my eyes got too big where I'm like, whoa, okay, this is real. This isn't something that, I get a redo with. Being here in the state of Michigan, I know what it's like to come here, but being in Ann Arbor, when playing football for the University of Wisconsin-Madison, but it's like now you got a bigger purpose. You're not just honoring doing something in a state of, being at Camp Randall. You're here in camp life, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world that we're aware of, but maintaining the status quo with in regards to seeing stuff that's wrong, but not able to do something about it, or seeing those who are capable of doing something about it continuously pushing on what's wrong and what's bad, where it forces our hand to make that balance of what's good and what's right. Truly understanding that, it's truly just a blessing. And I'm excited to share with you just the opportunities that await, and the stories, the experiences of people who are contributing to that only need to be amplified. So, welcome to Detroit. Hey, thank you for tuning in and listening. This is Paul Jackson II. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment or two, as well as if you're interested in participating with us in the Black Policy Institute with your podcast or interview, you can be able to schedule that and mention us through our website, which is tbpi.org, and you can be able to reach out to Brian Chandler, the CEO, and myself. We're excited to learn more about you, who you are, your company, and the transformation you have made and have gone through the year of 2025 and beyond. Looking forward to speaking with you, and God bless.